Thank you, Chair. I'd just like to go back to the mass cancellation powers because, Minister, you really haven't outlined where you would use those powers. You mentioned preventing fraud that happened during the pandemic. You keep talking about the pandemic. I note a lot of people that are on the Hong Kong pathways, for example, came in during the pandemic. What's to stop you from using, or not you, but the government, from using this power to cancel the visas of everybody here on the Hong Kong pathway? Like, what would stop it, conceivably, if we let this pass? What's the safeguard from you doing that?
Well, actually, there's a lot of safeguards. I already said I'm not going to have any singular power.
But
it's not in the power of the minister. It's in exceptional cases. It has to be deemed in the public interest.
Like
goes
what?
To the governor and council. Has to be charter compliant.
Like what?
There's a lot of safeguards in the system.
Like what?
I've just explained like what.
But the government here, like, we've seen examples where the government has done crazy things, quote, in the public interest, like.
Well, that might be your opinion. It may not be someone else's opinion.
One of your former colleagues talk about using tanks on people. That actually happened during your government's tenure. So what is to stop, like, I want to know, because you're asking us to vote in favor of this bill, what is to stop you from en masse canceling the entire PR and visas of everybody who's on the Hong Kong pathway right now? What's the safeguard in there specifically?
Again, these are not meant to cancel en masse.
But you just said it was to cancel en masse. It wasn't
well,
for
it could be extended.
Cases.
It could, again, would have to be in the public interest, and that is why the regulations will specify some of these as well.
Interest?
And it would go to the governor and council. There's a cabinet committee. There's all kinds of all kinds of ministries would be involved.
So basically what I take from
legal
this provision,
legal justice would be involved. It would have to comply with our charter.
You want Parliament to give the government the ability to kick mass groups of people out, undefined, who they don't like. That's what it sounds like to me. You're not being specific with regard to safeguards here. You're literally asking Parliament to circumvent laws that protect charter rights and to mass cancel entire groups of people who could be here. And you can't say who. How could I go to, like, ethnic groups in my community and say that I could vote for this? This is actually bananas and so anti-Canadian. So what are those specific safeguards? You haven't defined it in the legislation. You're sitting here blathering, and, like, you're literally asking us to say, yeah, we should give the government the right to just cancel mass PRs. Like, imagine you sitting on Red FM tomorrow. Are you going to be saying the same thing to them that you're saying to me now?
Absolutely, yes, I will be.
Thank you for that.
These are not designed to block people that need protection from accessing the system. These powers would only be used in exceptional circumstances when determined in the public interest. There are safeguards that are built in here. It would have to be charter compliant. We will have justice and other officials and other departments involved. That is how you run a country, believe it or not, member, and that that is part of ensuring that we have the tools needed to manage migration integrity.
So this is how you run a country. You ask Parliament to give you powers to cancel, as you've said, permanent resident visas, temporary resident visas, en masse, without defining in what situations you would do it, with no examples. And then you say that's how a government should be run? That sounds like an authoritarian dictatorship to me. Why should I give you the powers to do that? That sounds absolutely
Again, these
insane.
are not powers for any one minister. These are triggered in exceptional circumstances. It is intended for governor in council. It is in the public interest. There are safeguards. It would be charter compliant. There will be a lot of legal analysis that goes into it.
Would you use this to cancel? Could you? What's to prevent the governor and council from canceling all of the people who are here on Gazan temporary visas right now?
Again, these are used in exceptional circumstances, and when it's deemed in
Like
the
what?
Public interest, it's to manage the immigration system.
For the record and for the
make
analysts,
it more
I would like to
integrity.
note that the minister has not noted what those exceptional circumstances would be, and that is crazy.
And that is the
Unbelievable.
purpose for the legislation.
order.
It is meant to give.
Point of order, Mr. Francescados, and its time